So, hey guys, what's up? This is Easy E, and today I'll be showing you guys a really awesome game that I have been asked to play by the game maker himself. So, we're going to be playing the game called Paper Plane. So, this is a application on the App Store, and I'm pretty sure it's on Android too. It is free to play, and if you've played Flappy Bird and any of those other games, then you're probably going to like this game a lot. So, it's a very simplistic game. The music is very nice. It kind of reminds me of the old style cartoon games from way back then, and so I'm going to show you guys a little bit how to play. So, basically, you're going to be playing as a plane. You can only go left and right, and you have to try to avoid the obstacles as best as you can. You're going straight down, and you're going to die a lot of the time. So, truth be told, my highest score in this game is only 10 because, it's very tricky. You have to do all these, crazy things like I'm doing right now. And if you mess up, if you're too slow or too fast, then you're going to ram into these columns right here, and that's how you die in this game. You don't really die. It's more like you just crash into the walls, and then you just you die like that, as you can see. And I do apologize because in this recording session of me playing this game in particular, I'm not really feeling the best. I'm still not feeling that well because I'm still a little bit sick. But because the game owner, did a lot of stuff for me as well, I really wanted to record this video right now. So, my basic opinions on this game, I think it's really well done. I mean, I haven't really found any other games like this. It's really addictive, which is kind of strange because you'd think that a game this simplistic is really easy to beat and stuff, but once you start this game, it's really, you gotta be good at it. Like, again, my highest score is only 10, and I'd be really surprised if someone else could actually beat this score. Now, you think it's really easy, but again, like I just said, kind of difficult because these jumps right here, you gotta time them just right because the spacing is a little bit different for all of these things, so it's not always going to be the same thing. And for some reason, I'm only stuck on the stage 1 level, so I'm not really sure how many levels this game actually has to offer, but it probably has a lot based on my knowledge and stuff. So, as you can see, I can never pass the Mark 10 right there, and I mean, I really like this game. It's nice, it's fun when you have nothing to do, and it's just good if you like airplanes and stuff, and if you think that you're good at games like this. So, the airplane that I'm using is actually not the one that you start out with. The other one that you start out with is an actual paper plane. But because I've been playing this game for a while, I've actually been able to save up to get a better plane. Now, I don't really think that this is any different from the regular plane that you start out with, because obviously when you get this game, you're going to start with the paper airplane. But I guess the only difference is that this one's a little bit more slicker, and I'm not really sure if it has an effect based on the size. I've been told that the bigger the plane is, the more likely it is you're actually going to crash into these columns right here. So I highly recommend getting a small plane. I mean, the paper airplane itself is fairly, what's the word? The paper airplane itself is fairly thin, but I still recommend trying to get these better airplanes as well. And I heard that if you get the golden planes, any of the golden plane sets, then apparently you get a coin boost, but I'm not actually sure if that's the case. Some other things that you can do in this game is that not just buy other planes, you can also buy some in-app purchases stuff. One of them, I think, is that if you buy it, then you're permanently going to have a double coin multiplier. So whenever you do things like this, you're going to actually get twice as much coins versus when you just do it regularly. And yes, I just noticed that if you pass 11 or 10, then you actually go on to the second level, which is level 2. But as you can clearly see, I'm having a hard time even getting past the first level, which is crazy, as you can see. Oh, there we go. It's just, I can just barely make that. But yeah, guys, I highly recommend getting this game. It's really, really fun. Like, first time I got it, I played it for a few minutes, and then eventually I actually found myself playing this for a few hours. Like, I actually played this game for about 1 hour straight without stopping until I realized how much time has passed by. And I hate these moving walls going left to right. It's just very confusing. But this one's pretty simple. Like, the rotating one is not that difficult. And if you notice that my voice is a little bit funky, it's just because, have the coughs, have the stuffy nose, just the basic things to having a common cold, right? And I'm still trying to recover. I mean, you know, I'm fairly okay now, but oh god, you should have seen me before. Like, yes, there we go, level 2. Urgh, come on. Oh god, so as you can see, I did okay there. Like, I think I got 13 or 14, not really sure. But yeah, once you start playing this game a lot, you're gonna get good at it. Like, trust me. And one thing that I actually talked about with my with someone else is that I was actually wondering if this is going to be like a really one of the next big games, because I think it's really pretty simplistic. I haven't seen any other copies of this game. I'm pretty sure this is an original, and I just think that's gonna be it would be a really nice original game that a lot of people should be talking about and playing and stuff. Kind of like the Flappy Bird event when when Flappy Bird first came out. And at first, people didn't really take it that seriously, but as soon as the marketing went up for that game, then a lot of game people tried to copy Flappy Bird, and to this day, there's still a lot of games that are trying to be kind of like Flappy Bird, but just not really the same, if that makes any sense. And, come on. Oh, God. Okay, that's difficult. But, yeah, I was just speculating that if this game goes viral, it goes, like, you know, worldwide, then it'd be pretty sick. You know, being the first guy to officially make a video. Well, okay, maybe I'm not the first guy to make this video. I'm pretty sure there's probably someone else who's made a video on this particular game as well. But if not, then obviously I'm the first person to actually, well, okay, probably not the first person. The first guy on YouTube to make a video about the game. How about that? That makes sense. Yes, doesn't it? And so, I mean, yeah, I just think this game should definitely go viral. It's just a really awesome game in general. I guess some background information about the game maker himself. So, to my knowledge, there's only one game maker. I think he was 17 years old, and he's been like game designing since the 3rd grade, is what I remember off the top of my head. Like, he gave me a little bit, a short description about himself, but I can't really remember all the details off the top of my head. But other stuff that I do know about him is that he's also made other games, not just this one. I think this was either his 2nd game or his 3rd game, but he's definitely made other games before this. And I actually haven't tried those games out yet, because I only tried out this game. And yeah, so, you know, check him out for yourself. Again, the game is called Paper Plane, and if you find this game, you can probably find the other games that the guy has made himself as well. If you just search into the related, you know, we all know the drill, right? And sorry, still coughing, so I'm still trying to recover from that. But maybe I'll get back into the details of the shop and stuff, because I haven't really specified that. The main currency in this game is coins, obviously. And the only way you get coins is every time you pass a column, you get 1 coin per column that you pass. So the airplanes at the store cost a certain amount of coins. I think the one that I'm using cost about, I'd say, 250 or something like that, so it's not really that expensive. Or it could be another price, not really sure. But getting coins is not really that difficult. Some of the really good planes that you can get later on cost maybe, I'd say, 2,700, so it's not that expensive. Or maybe it might be more than that. It might be 27,000. I have to check that out for myself later. But actually, let's see. So if I die next time, then I'm going to show you guys the store, because I've been talking a lot about the store details, but I haven't actually shown you guys what the store has to offer. So let's do that right now. Let's go back to the menu and let's go look at the shop. So as you can see, I've already bought the first 3 planes. So this is the one that you start out with. Obviously, it looks a lot bigger than the one like this one. I think they have almost identical lengths, but to me this one just seems a little bit more slimmer. I don't know if that makes any sense, because obviously this one looks a lot slimmer than this one, but I feel that this one is a little bit better. Now, if you look here, this is why you don't really want to use the big planes, but they are here for you. So you have the paper airplane. This is the bigger version, but as you can see, it takes up a little bit more space, so it's a little bit harder to maneuver. And then you have this plane, and then after that plane, sorry, my bad. You have a bunch of other planes that you can go for. This one's more of a military kind of style. Well, this one's more of a, you know, like the Wright brothers kind of planes. This one's more of a military kind of style. Here we have a kind of I guess you can call that like a mix of the first 2 planes to make this kind of plane. And then this is where we get the golden kind of planes. So, obviously the golden planes cost a lot more. As you can see, it looks a lot nicer. And yeah, I was wrong. So the maximum is probably 5,700 that you can buy. but the rest and the lowest one, obviously you start off this one. So basically there's a, let me just count actually, so there's 3, and yeah, so there's 6, there are 6 types of planes in total, but they come in 2 sets of colors, either just the white, regular one, or the golden one. I'm actually thinking of buying the, this golden plane right here because it's a lot smaller, and it would probably help a lot better in the game, because I think a smaller plane definitely gives you an advantage when you're doing this thing. I'm pretty sure that's why this one costs a lot. But, yeah, those are just the things that you can do. Of course, you can go for the app purchases again, but since I'm not using Wi-Fi, you can't actually see it. But if I was, then you would see that you can buy a certain amount of coins with maybe 99 cents, $2.99, and so forth. So yeah, that's basically what that is. And so here's my scoreboard right here. So apparently I got 14. So yeah, that was actually good. I wasn't really trying. I was kind of just commentating and doing the game at the same time. But as you can see, this is my score. You guys can probably beat my score if you try the game hard enough. And so if you do get this game, in the comments section below, if you do get a higher score than me, I'd love to see what you guys get. Now, of course, if you type in like 1,000, then I'm probably not gonna believe you. But realistically, this is what I got as my high score, 14. It's kind of hard, but once you get the flow of the game, then you should get a little bit better. So actually, before we go back into the game, I'll show you guys what the first plane is, just so that you guys can see. You guys can see what the game would be like if you're just playing with the airplane that I'm using. So again, this airplane actually looks a little bit more slimmer now that I'm thinking about it. But obviously, I think I like the other plane a little bit better just because, you know, it kind of looks cooler. And obviously, the end of this plane in particular is a little bit longer than it is for the other plane, which is why I prefer the other plane just as well. But this plane is also just as good because obviously this is the plane that you start out with, and then you just got to get good with this plane. And again, I just made it to stage 2. But can't quite pass it. So now I'm going to show you guys this plane, the bigger plane, and just let you guys see the difference. So when you're playing with this plane, it's a little bit more skeptical because you got to be even more careful. But one of the advantages is that you can actually see more precisely of where you got to turn. So I guess that's one of the benefits that you can see with this plane versus the other planes. But obviously, as you can see, you're going to crash probably more often just because the sides of the wings are a little bit more thicker than they actually are. But as you can see, I kind of phased through that because, you know, so I'm guessing that it's not entirely true in all cases, but, you know, for most planes, I guess. And come on, beat my score! Oh, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, there we go. Now we're getting the flow of things. Oh, wow, we're actually doing really good for this plane. So, I guess level 3. Wow, we actually got to level 3, so that was pretty good. But, yeah, guys, that's basically the game concept for this game called Paper Plane. So, I highly recommend you getting this game on either your iOS device or your Android device, whatever. I'm pretty sure it's on Android, I'm not really sure. Yeah, it is. It's definitely on Android. I've checked it out for myself. And so, this game is free to play. Again, you play as a paper airplane, you avoid the obstacles as best you can, get money, buy more planes, and it's just a really fun, awesome game in general. So now my new high score is actually 21. Oh, yeah! Try to beat that if you're good. So there's my new high score. And I definitely recommend you trying out this game. It's really fun. And the game maker himself is also really nice because I had to let them know that I was sick so that I could actually make the video sooner. But I was able to do it now. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you guys like the video, be sure to hit that like button and or subscribe if you haven't already. As well as in the comment section below, if you do get this game, let me know what your high score is and see if you can beat mine. So mine currently is 21, and I'd be just ecstatic to see if you guys can beat that. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out and later!